Good evening, instructional team. My name's Tammy Williams, and I appreciate the opportunity tonight to be here to talk to you about my proposal for teaching our teachers about trauma and ADHD in our schools. This is going to be a chance for them to learn more about how trauma affects students. To begin with, an ACE is an adverse childhood experience, and we know that lots of our students experience these every day. There's a quick test for determining this, but it is self-reported. It's what our students tell us they've gone through. ACEs cause trauma by inducing stress, delaying brain development, causing relational and attachment issues, and they cause students to go into fight or flight mode, and we've seen a lot of that within our schools. Trauma in our schools is prevalent. 52% in my own school have experienced at least one ACE, and I know there are similar reports in other schools in our division. That's why I know that we must be ready to present about this. There are 7 domains of trauma. They're listed here, and as you read through them, I know that you can see things that we see in our classrooms that are negatively impacting the education of our students. Behavioral control, affect regulation, self-concept, all of those affect it. Trauma and ADHD are connected. They have similar behaviors. Both are self-reported, so we are looking at the opinions of the people, but the reaction to treatment is very different. So how do we know the difference? When the strategies we use for ADHD aren't effectively helping our students, you need to look further to see if trauma is involved. There are some proactive strategies that will help with trauma. There's a lot of research out there about this topic. You can see I've listed a couple of cases there, but the bottom line is that there is a direct correlation between complex childhood trauma and ADHD-like symptoms and that trauma. So we need to learn to create trauma-sensitive schools, and a trauma-sensitive school recognizes the signs of trauma, creates safe, stable environments, and uses strategies that will help students be successful. It also invests in the whole student. Here are some suggestions for teachers. They can create safe spaces, have a retreat area in their classroom, most importantly, build relationships with their students, break assignments into smaller chunks, and just be proactive for these students who have that. For administrators, it's important to provide training on the effects of trauma, apply trauma-sensitive strategies school-wide, reframe our discipline policies and procedures to account for trauma, advocate for these students, and then consider alternative assignments and assessments. So going forward, it's important that we see that students are going to continue to have and experience trauma. We can either accept it or we can fight it like we've been doing. We can't solve the problem of trauma, but we can